Alright, well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my F-Zero GX playthrough part 4. It's been a couple days, but we last left off. We were just about to do Master on the Diamond Cup. Which, because of the fact that it's been a couple days, I'm hoping I'm not too rusty. I know it shouldn't theoretically be possible, but I guess, being, it's been a little while, you never know, right? I'm gonna go ahead and do that here. And then hopefully finish the Grand Prix off. We should be able to finish the Grand Prix off this episode, and then start a little bit of the story mode. It all depends, of course. I said how many tries it takes us to finish, what do you call it, this crap? I think how much, I guess, yeah, that one guy kind of ran into me, but still, I was like, how the heck did I get so much damage? What's crazy about this course is very hard to miss the boost panels as well as the healing things, just because every line has the same amount, so that's the one thing that makes the track a little straightforward regardless of which path you go. Now theoretically, I assume there's probably a path that's probably slightly faster, because I guess, that could make sense, right? But maybe never mind, Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I should have save stated though. That's on me. Like save stated before I started the race, of course, like right here. Now I gotta do the entire track a second time, which is unfortunate. So as I said, I'm trying to avoid scenarios like that by what do you call it, doing it like that. Also, it's funny how this is considered a 3-star difficulty when you have a track that basically has no handrail, the entire, what's it called, track. So the good thing is, because of my character's speed, that's why he's able to maintain a lead, and it should be like that when this entire race, in theory, right? Because I don't think there's a way for to be able to catch up, right? Unless I just start taking it easy and don't use the boost, which I don't see why I wouldn't. Of course, this is what I'm talking about, though. And again, also what I'm talking about too with the whole save state, which I should have also done it for lap 2, but well, now I gotta retry a third time. But again, one benefit that I even have save states in the first place, because doing this in the original, and it had been one of those things where I hadn't played this game for years, like, it would definitely, I'd still be stuck on a couple cups, let's just say that. I probably still would have been stuck on expert difficulty, just because, like, it's tough. This game is very tough. And yeah, technically speaking, this isn't how it was meant to be played with save states initially. But sorry, that was best to use. But I'm getting stuck, right? Plus, there's also trade-offs too, like the input lag. You know, the fact that the controller is more sensitive than it was in the original. So there's stuff that go against it too, right? Like that. You know, keep in mind, I was able to beat this game, the entire story mode, and all the Grand Prix with just Hyperspeeder in my original GameCube copy. No cheats, no nothing. Mind you, yes, I don't think I revealed this part after the fact, but I did end up using a little bit of cheats. What's it called? A little bit of cheats. What do you call it? On my save file, only because to finish getting the rest of the characters, because I didn't have the patience for it, and I had already stopped playing this game by the point I had the access to cheats. And mind you, the cheats I had access to was because of the, what's it called, Wii Homebrew that I had, that had the, jeez, the Wii Homebrew, which I had, that had the GameCube. Jeez, I guess I didn't really boost that much in times I've raced on this track, but I had the GameCube cheat thing on what's it called, on the Homebrew channel, that let me use like a fake GameCube action replay. Oh, gosh darn it. Fake GameCube action replay, or an emulated one, I guess, technically, to be able to use it on the GameCube games, to use cheats. And again, the only reason I use cheats, I'm just terrible. Or I shouldn't be spamming this boost button, but I'm going to anyway, just because I have the option to. But I shouldn't be doing this bad either. I mean, the good thing is I'm never gonna have to play this track after this, so I won't have to worry about being sensitive with a thing anymore. Dude, just showing my cash out, that's crazy. That's the one benefit of this track, is that it's because there's no rails, there's no risk of me taking damage to where I could what's it called, break down. The computers are struggling to try to catch up. It's kind of funny because this is the only track I can get away with that. one fell off. But just that part at the end, I guess, that would have been the only part. Yeah. This track was always a guarantee to win. That's why despite being so difficult as a track in and of itself with the whole like falling off thing, it actually is a pretty easy track, especially with save states too, get a victory on, because you really don't have to, you know, try that hard to beat everyone, especially if you have a card that goes faster than everyone else's like I did. Distracted for a little bit. That the Twins are going to be my main rival this cup, but the benefit is they already off-coursed last race, so theoretically they shouldn't be too difficult to pass on the what's it called, scoreboard. Of course. You save states between laps, so you're forgetting that. What you're gonna do when it's gonna be bold and try to win these races. This is really the last time I'll have to do it too, is doing it on Grand Prix mode, because you can't really get away with it as much on story mode, because you aren't really doing too many races like this. Jeez, so Be holding the controller certainly, I feel like. Makes it easier to... It's hard to do both, but I already kind of have my finger used to a certain way of pulling it. Alright. Yeah, that's why I'm also afraid of getting lower positions now, because Rainbow Road is obviously going to be more of an annoyance later on. Come on, can I get a perfect streak right now? I'll take second. Especially since the person that beat me didn't even have any points. And yeah, one position is going to cost me a race. Now this one I should be better at, theoretically. I just hate the corners on that last track, to be honest. Dang. I pushed off. Freaking Black Bolt too, out of all people. A freak of nature. I think someone actually eliminated Twin. Let's go. mess up the freaking. Oh, of course. What the freak? Why do I keep hitting that sign? Oh, of course. Keep hitting that sign, which is annoying. I don't know how or why. Still top 3, so I realized I didn't have much I could do on that last one. The Twins kind of caught up slightly, but I thought Twin got eliminated though. Did Twin not get eliminated when I did that freaking? Guess not. Who did I eliminate then? Cool. Oh wait, did I not? Safe state? I did not. Okay, interesting. Well, that's not good. Of course I get slammed from behind. Come on. Most of the racers got eliminated in this series. And of course I landed wrong. Yeah, I still got second. Slightly better position. I don't think I would have been able to win that unless I did it near perfect. Faker doesn't know his control there. See what the point separation is. I'm gonna have to get a better place than that to just yeah, I would like a little better. Because I don't like the fact that what's his face is near me. There it is. Alright, that's basically game right there. So I literally just have to do a decent Rainbow Road, and I'm good. Yeah, I never have to freaking stop the freaking. I guess I just have to survive. Most of the players end up taking each other out, so. Just took out my rival, so I'm good. My main rival, because I don't think Black Hole's gonna do much for him. Which is fine, because I basically already won. Nice. Not after I have to go back to the Diamond Cup, which is great. Crazy is even with that guy getting eliminated, he still got second overall, which is crazy. F-Zero.
F-Zero TV. F-Zero TV, who has brought you heated race after heated race, will now present an interview with the champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something. Do you have any dreams for the future?
A peaceful world free of wild animals.
Thank you for the interview. And that's all for adrenaline-driven F-Zero TV. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. F-Zero TV.
You can skip this. Okay, horses have been shattered. Yeah, all the arcade horses, yes. Should not have to, I guess, buy to be able to, yeah, I do. It's the only way to unlock the AXO. Probably the blue we can ignore. Or we can get later. Now we have the AX Cup. The Arcade Cup. And we have to do all 4 classes for this. Applet screwdriver. No, we don't. We're probably not gonna need them, but we'll go ahead and. These all have different intros too because of the arcade. As you can see, there's new characters. Those are the secret unlocks, which they appear in Grand Prix without even having a chance to unlock them yet. Which I'm pretty sure I did this before I even unlocked any character, so I was kind of blown away that there were that many freaks in this game to begin with. Yeah, this is a pretty simple first course. It's very similar to the one that the Aeropolis that we played on the last cup. Except smaller and not as complex, so... Because the difficulty is a lot lower right now, that's why we're breezing through these freaks. But it's good to be able to do a cup like this, you know, from light difficulty to harder, just because I'm able to practice the tracks enough, so then once I get to harder ones, I guess, then I can really lead these freaks. A good fight. Alright. But I still want to do save stations in case. You never know. Media stream. It's one of the few unique tracks that doesn't have a track variant in the rest of the main game. Outer space. The track's pretty simple, all things considered. The rest, yeah, the AX Cup overall isn't that difficult of a cup when you compare it to Diamond, because again, this is supposed to be cups that are supposed to be in our arcade machine. So I mean, yeah, arcade machines are difficult too. I'm not gonna say that they're easy or not, but like the first couple tracks, obviously, this is a very like the difficulty scales pretty drastically on this cup. Like these first couple courses are really easy, but then once you get to like the latter half, that's when it starts to pick up, and not just in like obstacles and stuff like that, but also what's it called, length of tracks. But I guess this shows my progression though, that I went from taking it easy when I first was playing through this game on Novus to now what's it called, just breezing through the difficulties here. I got 4 towns. It's just like that Firefield one that has the outer cylinder thing you race on. So this one's pretty unique in the sense of that there's more than one. As far as track design, like I said, it is pretty simplistic as far as like the sense that they're like very wide tracks, and they do that again because of the fact that originally you would be playing this mainly in the arcade and stuff like that. And so obviously they didn't think you necessarily you use those tight controls that you get on the later tracks on like Diamond and all that on an arcade machine, because you probably get destroyed, you know, all things considered. I don't know if there's difficulties on the arcade one either. Is the other thing. I'm pretty sure it's just one standard difficulty, but then again, I've never played the arcade, so I don't know how that was all like back in the day. And I've never even, I think I've seen an arcade machine back in the day in real life, but if I did, it would have been something that I didn't pay too much attention to, because I probably didn't know much about F-Zero, because by the time I had already gotten this game, shoot, that was not good. Yeah, by the time I had gotten this game and stuff like that, pretty sure this game had already been out for a little while. So then it was like, I think I remember technically getting it. It was basically considered a discount bin game by the time that I got it, because I was able to get this game for like $10. I remember when it first came out, or sorry, when I first got it or whatnot. So. And mind you, the GameCube is still somewhat relevant. I think the Wii had just come out when I got this game, so it was kind of like, well, new generation console's already out, but don't tell me. Alright, I'm just glad that I even finished the race. I didn't want to have to redo the whole thing. I know I didn't get a perfect score, but that would have sucked to have to redo the entire thing again. But now I know to be careful in that last section. That last section is always annoying. It's very, like, weird because of the whole, narrow area that it gets to. Yeah, now I got Lightning Thunder Road. And I think in the arcade machine, you could also use your custom cards from the main game, right? Like the ones you can create here, as well as the new characters, the ones that are exclusive to the arcade machine. This is the only way you'd be able to play as them unless you unlock them here, which again was easier said than done. This course is pretty long, we'll say that. It's got a little bit of difficulty too, back then. That's where, again, it ramps up. I mean, like an easy cup to like a tough one. I still prefer this lightning over the other one, though. I'll say that. At least there's rails. That's another thing, if you hit the wall like that, you come to a complete stop, the freaks are catching up. The benefit is that, again, I'm on Novus, so it's not too bad, but I basically would have had to restart the race, or restart from a checkpoint, or save state if I would have been playing this on Master, or even Expert for that matter. And the good thing with APs are as far behind as they are right now. That'll cost me a race right there. None of the other computers are even close. Now this one, 6-star difficulty, just like Rainbow Road. This one's the one that not only takes a minute, but it's a tough track. Green Planet or Plant Spiral. It's a very all of the above kind of track. Like, it has every single type of racing section. It's got this interior tube, exterior tube section. It's got everything you need. And it's got a decent difficulty. You see the checkpoint sections, which again the arcade machine had checkpoints. Because of course it had checkpoints. Just as I have a feeling it's gonna annoy me if I don't. It's a very long course and I really don't want to have to redo an entire lap. It takes 2 business days to do a lap. I think of the repeat CPUs here, even despite being so far behind, aren't risking it right now with their engines. I took 4 minutes to clear that track, is crazy. F-Zero TV.
F-Zero TV. From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something. Congratulations on your stunning victory.
We all knew it would end this way.
Thank you for the interview. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. F-Zero TV.
Thanks for playing.
Sonic Oval. I think that's the story mode. What do you call it? The story mode version, Mute City. So I haven't even played that one yet. But the only thing with that track though is that it can only be played in time trials. or versus race. DPUs are gonna pick up a little bit. They're still gonna be beatable for Sam. Nice. Nice. That's all the way. Funny how the new characters keep getting last place. And I think they did that on purpose so that way you could notice that they're there, kind of thing. Because, like, theoretically speaking, they should have better stats. At least some of them should, compared to the main cast. Which either they don't, and maybe I've been lied to, or what's it called? Yeah, they just probably just did it just to advertise the AX machine, most likely. Which makes sense. We play this stuff like they're supposed to be kind of the stars of the show, I think. I think 6 people already fall off. Second place again on the same exact dang track every time. That's fine. When I do the story mode though, I haven't decided on whether I'm going to do it to where I play all the tracks on easy first just to get them out of the way, or if I should go ahead and beat it, try to beat one and then try to beat it in the next difficulty and then the final one and see how I do. But I feel like I'm going to get stuck for a while, that's the only thing on some of them. Yeah. Some on hard are already kind of like really annoying, or even just regular difficulty are kind of annoying, so you're gonna imagine the very hards are gonna be not fun. But I feel like I should do it that way because all difficulties at one kind of thing, because that way the track layout / everything would be fresh on my mind, you know. Kind of like what I'm doing with this, where it's like I'm progressively doing the same tracks over and over again on higher difficulty, so I can have an easier time on other ones. Because if I do one mission then come back to it on another difficulty, there's just like, you know, then I lose momentum, I feel like, on that course, especially if I have to retry it, because I messed it up on easy a couple times. We'll see. If it starts getting too annoying, then I'll just go ahead and skip it and go to the next one. I think that's what I'm gonna end up. Which at the rate I'm going, because this is a longer up, I might be able to start a mission this stream. We'll see. Especially because I still have to do this thing on Master, which is the one where it's like I already know it's gonna take me a couple tries. So I might just finish AX tonight, and then probably start on what's it called? What do you call it? Higher difficulty or story mode on the next stream. Which, if that's the case, I also feel like depending on how well it goes for me on story mode, it's either going to take me 1 to 2 parts. I feel like at least, for sure, at 1. Like, that's a given, right? It's only 9 chapters. Like, I should theoretically finish it within this stream. But then to go the extra mile and do the higher difficulties with having to retry a whole bunch of them, and despite that there's only 9, but still, some are going to take me a minute on very hard if I get tempted. In which case, as I said, it'd probably be around more like 2 more parts, which a 6-part playthrough for F-Zero is not bad. I mean, after that, I mean, it's about it. Like, there's nothing else I can really show aside from trying to beat a Master Grand Prix with every character, so I can show you guys the cutscenes. But like, let's be real here, most of that stuff's available online. You don't need that. It's more so just to play the game, play through it. So I don't even really need to do the unlock stuff for the characters. Heck, I already unlocked this, which this is the last thing you would have already unlocked on Grand Prix anyway. So you don't even need anything. Or you don't really get much after beating this, but obviously it's part of the playthrough. You know, I think it's I'll do it anyway. Just in case, I'll just go ahead and do it just because I don't want to have to retry the whole thing. Oh, these freaks behind. That's crazy. Alright, now it's time to do this on next move. Is he gonna ask me a new question? No, that's the real question. Is he gonna ask me another question?
F-Zero TV. From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something.
I already heard that yesterday, so that's why I skipped it. DX Cup Expert Class. Alright, let's see what difficulties to go through here. Nice. Well, that was going to be a surprise. Alright, the score. That's this track that always gives me trouble, but hey, whatever. I mean, you get first place in the other ones. It seems like the CPUs are struggling with these tracks for the most part, because they, well, again, I haven't faced them on expert yet, so I can't speak, especially since I've been dealing with expert CPUs for like the past stream, so, and a half, technically. So it's like, to go from that to non-masterclass computers is a whole other ballgame. So. Again. It's crazy. Consistently second place on this dang track. These cylinder tracks are annoying. Fall off already. Just in case. Alright, now I gotta do green plant. And then we gotta do master after this. And then we'll be done with Grand Prix at that point. Which, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to be able to complete. I thought I would have rage quit beforehand. But, I mean, especially if I would have gone with the original plan, I guess, which theoretically would have been not using save states and just relying on my GameCube controller that didn't have the ability to use save states, then I probably would have given up a while back, because it would have been annoying to have to retry everything all over again. Like, it would have been a very long thing. Like, I'd probably, again, still be on standard, struggling on, like, the freaking Sapphire Cup or something. Or an expert on, yeah, on, again, the Sapphire Cup. I probably wouldn't have been as bad. I still would have struggled with it, but it still would have been annoying. I might have been stuck on that too, to be honest. Pretty good. I'm pretty good at this track. Now we gotta do expert. Or master. I messed up a couple times though there, and the other freaks are actually catching up. So my overconfidence almost got to me. Last difficulty, last Grand Prix, last let's do this. Alright, let's see what the master class on AX is, because didn't do that bad. On expert. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I mean, well, again, this is a very easy track, but those freaks are trying to get their way for a second. They were trying to have their way. Well, that's the horse cleared, so we won't have to go back to it. Same thing with this one, theoretically. We'll take that. This track was always a struggle. Sucks that this will be the last time I'll be using Hyper Speeder on this playthrough too, because once I get to story mode, it's just gonna be nothing but Captain Falcon. Which his stats aren't bad, but obviously it's gonna take a little bit of adjusting because he does feel slightly different compared to Hyperspeed here. I'll take it. I'm not too worried about it. Especially if I do first on the next two. second place. I'll take that. As we don't lose into him in the final. Which we shouldn't, given that this is not too bad of a turn. Where's the sheep at, show? Whatever, we still got First overall on the cup. Yeah, by a good margin too. That's the one benefit of what's it called? Theory. Sometimes the CPUs that win vary. Yes. And we did it. We cleared all the pre's. Now we can do story mode. Well, we'll only have time for one mission on, as well as one cutscene, probably. Oh dang, it's gonna be really crusty though. Is there freaking pre-render videos? Not ones that the they actually did with the in-game engine. At least in this particular one. I don't think the other. Nah, none of them do use the in-game. Yeah. I mean, quality-wise, it looked nice back then, but it's just when you have these kinds of videos in old video games, like they just, because of the video format, you can't really up-res it unless they actually would have taken the time to up-res it. But Nintendo's not gonna do that. Falcon drains. A lot of the characters in the game in the background in these cutscenes. Got all the cops on the track. Make sure the 90 seconds mission. Casino based Mute City. This the mission is very forgiving, but now I have to get used to using Falcon again. And now I got the vengeful throw, which you gotta get from the shop. Well, this we're gonna call it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Be sure to like, comment, share the stream. Let me know how I did. As always, God bless. Very soon, and I'll catch you guys in the next video soon. Just be story.